Welcome everyone to the official WWE Monday Night Raw results and review for 9th June 2014. This is the Wrestling Guy, and Monday Night Raw has gone off the air. It was a pretty nice show. We were live from Minneapolis, Minnesota, the hometown of the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Now, switching to the results, let's get started. During the pre-show, it was announced that the Authority will have a groundbreaking announcement to kick off the show. And we kicked off the show with the Authority stripping Bryan of the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Yes, finally they did so. Not a bad choice, because the doctor who operated Bryan's neck told the WWE that Bryan would not be able to compete at Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Stephanie plays a video of Bryan's surgeon saying he's not clear to compete. Then Stephanie gloats and calls Bryan a B+ player again. Then they announce that for the first time ever, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship will be hung over for a Money in the Bank ladder match. They announce that Alberto Del Rio is in because already he had qualified for that match, and Randy Orton is also in. And Triple H says it's just because of who he is. And then Sheamus vs Bad News Barrett and Rob Van Dam vs Cesaro were announced for the night. I think it was a fantastic promo and great use of time. It addressed multiple stories, got heat, and was straight to the point. This one hit the nail on the head. Next on Raw, we have Money in the Bank qualifying match, Sheamus vs Bad News Barrett. Now, this was one heck of a match for the start of the show. Sheamus and Bad News battled like a nice 10-minute match. This match was back and forth, with both the competitors battling each other and probably giving their best. Finally, Sheamus beat Bad News Barrett with a bro kick for a 3 count. Part of me wants to say that that's an awesome finish. Wade was really beating the hell out of Sheamus towards the end. I hope we get a rematch soon. Next on Raw, we have the Ravishing Russian. Now again, she did what she always does. She says that Russia is great and also calls the president of USA flaccid. Now I want her to be fined for that. You don't disrespect the president of a great country. So after she cuts that promo, we have Rusev vs Zack Ryder. Again, this is like come down, wave the flag, beat your opponent a little, accolade, pin, win, wave flag for Rusev. This is the actual track for Rusev nowadays. Now next on Raw, Ryback defeated Goldust and R-Truth. Now this was a match to further get a bout between Goldust and Cody Rhodes. Next on Raw, we have a backstage segment of Layla getting ready and talking about how horrible people from Minneapolis are, and she asks if Summer Rae is from here too. She talks about Summer before telling the makeup woman that to get her some smudge-proof lipstick because she wants to kiss Fandango again. Summer walks up behind her and pours milk over her head. Then she slams her on a table a few times before tipping it over and storming off. Next on Raw, 3MB comes out to the ring and says the Shield were supposed to be here to talk, but they do more than that and they get cut off by the Shield. Reigns and Ambrose enter the ring and start brawling with 3MB, and Reigns ends up throwing Jinder into the barricade. Ambrose prevents Drew from beating Reigns down and whips him over the timekeeper's area. Then they both whip Jinder headfirst into the barricade. Ambrose tackles Drew in the timekeeper's area as Slater tries to retreat, but Reigns surprises him on the ramp with a spear before they re-enter the ring. Ambrose says they were unstoppable and they will go down as the best in history, but they had a cancer in the group. He says Seth Rollins stabbed them in the back and sold out, so he's going to rearrange Rollins' face when he gets a hold of him, and he can't wait to hear what he says. Rollins is shown watching backstage as Ambrose says they're going to watch Rollins and Triple H. Then they're going to beat the hell out of them. Reigns says there are some things you don't do, and you don't stab your brothers in the back, so they're coming after Rollins. Then Reigns will come for Triple H, and you can believe in that. Now, that was a great response from the Shield. The promo matched the intensity of the beatdown dealt with the 3MB. Next, we have Damien Sandow in some skin-colored nude dress. He was teamed up with Fandango, only to get beat by the Usos. Now, this could actually be a decent team, Fandango and Sandow, much like the Boogie Nights in WCW, comedy team but good wrestlers. On a serious note, who did Sandow piss off? He gets more ridiculous every time. Next on Raw, Bo Dallas vs Xavier Woods. Dallas hits Woods a few times and celebrates. Then Woods hit him back, but Bo knocks him down, back down, and hits a Bodog for the win. Next on Raw, we have Cesaro vs RVD, which is the Money in the Bank ladder match qualifying match. Paul Heyman comes out and says that it's time to party for WrestleMania. He introduces Cesaro nicely. That was good. Next, we continue onto the match as RVD comes out. Now, one nice match. Cesaro hits RVD. RVD hits Cesaro. Again, a back and forth match, and Cesaro finally had the victory over RVD. Now, that was an obvious result. Cesaro had to win. I don't think anyone expected RVD to win here. Even though he would be a great fit for the ladder match, there's always a last chance match he could win since they've done it before. But Cesaro is in the middle of a huge push. I'd expect him to be my favorite, even with 3 more spots to fill. Now, this is a pick of the qualifiers for Money in the Bank ladder match. Next, we have Michael Cole with an interview with Seth Rollins, about to answer why he did what he did to the Shield. Now, Rollins comes out in suits, some nice music, and a brand new Rollins, I must say. Michael Cole welcomes Seth Rollins to the ring, and Rollins says there is no controversy because he just did what was best for him. He says what he did last week was nothing, and he created the Shield, but Ambrose and Reigns owe all of their success to him, and they're nothing without him. Cole says the Shield was about team unity, but Rollins says they are pathetic remnants of the past, and he took them as far as they could go. Rollins says he learned to evolve and adapt. Then the fans call him a sellout, but he says he bought into his own evolution. He says they shouldn't be surprised, and he didn't stab his brothers in the back because they were just his business partners. Rollins says he said believed in the Shield for 2 years, but they had better start believing in him from now on. He says that's all he has to say about this, and he heard what Ambrose said earlier. So now he's done, and he will wait for Ambrose and Reigns. They come out to the ring, and Rollins gets ready to fight. But the lights go out, and when they come back on, Rowan and Harper start brawling with them. Rollins jumps back in and tries to attack, but Reigns and Ambrose clear the ring and get a hold of him. Bray runs in and assists in the fight, but John Cena evens things up and clears the ring, sending the Wyatts backtracking, and it's implied Cena teams with the Shield. Good first words from the new Rollins. I say it like that because he spoke yet said nothing on SmackDown. You knew they were just wasting time to get to this week's Raw. I'm still on the fence about his new alliance, only because how quick the turn was, but moving past that, this will be a great feud. Cena running in was expected. Should be a good main event considering all 6 participants that are involved. Next is Alicia Fox with Aksana vs Paige. Nice Divas match. Paige makes Fox tap out to the PTO. Post-match, the Mad One, Alicia Fox, attacked Aksana in some retarded way. Next on Raw, we have Santino Marella vs Jack Swagger with Zeb Coulter, with Swagger defeating Santino after being slapped by Zeb 2 times. Still to come, our 6-man main event. Back to commercial, we come back and Goldust is sitting in the back. Cody says he's figured out the perfect partner for Goldust, and it's someone he never seen before. Cody says it's someone that will magnify the magnificence that is Goldust, and he will be here the next week. We get a look back at Stephanie stripping Bryan of his title earlier tonight. We see Stephanie and Triple H backstage talking. Stephanie brings up Cena interrupting her last night and getting involved with the Shield this week. Triple H says it doesn't matter because tonight is the last we'll see of the Shield. Vicky Guerrero comes in with a bottle of champagne. She wants to celebrate Brad Maddox and Daniel Bryan being gone, but she sneezes on them. Stephanie slaps the champagne and threatens to fire her again. Stephanie tells Vicky to get out. John Cena, Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. We go to the ring and out comes Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose through the crowd. We go to the commercial. Back from the break and out comes John Cena. The Wyatt family are out next. We get dueling chants for Cena as the match begins. A big brawl starts things out. It's Rowan and Ambrose starting off in the ring. Now this was an awesome back and forth match. Everyone wrestled very well, I must say. Let's go Cena, Cena sucks chants were on throughout. Harper turned around to a big spear from Roman Reigns for the win in the end. Winners of this match, John Cena, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. After the match, we see Seth Rollins and Triple H watching backstage. Cena nods in approval at Reigns and Ambrose before they all pose together. Raw goes off the air with Reigns, Ambrose and Cena celebrating their victories. Thanks for watching. This is the earliest Raw review on YouTube. I hope you liked it. Then leave a thumbs up. Also check out the other videos from my channel. I'm sure you would love them. Also subscribe for latest WWE news and rumors, preview, reviews and predictions. This is The Wrestling Guy signing off for now. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.